The day my year-end bonus of $980,000 hit my account, I was instead being forced by my husband and mother-in-law to resign, start trying for a baby, and behind my back he had already declined an invitation from the London partnership soon after. I discovered that he had long been having an affair with his assistant, and they were planning to remove me gracefully and replace me with his mistress. My accounts were frozen, my apartment was forcibly broken into and looted, my mother-in-law seized my late mother's belongings, and even spread rumors that I was mentally unstable and faking a pregnancy to force me into a divorce. In that moment, I finally understood. They weren't trying to make me submit. They wanted me to disappear, so I began recording evidence, filing lawsuits for illegal entry, exposing the fake pregnancy, holding a press conference publicly tearing apart the elaborate scam they had so carefully designed. When my phone chimed, I was editing the final project spreadsheet. The screen lit up, a text message popped up. Your account ending in 9887 has received a deposit of $980,000 at 14:30 today. Current balance, 1,203 for 5,678. I stared at the numbers, my heart beating faster. $980,000 for an entire year. I hadn't taken a single day off, 16-hour workdays. Enough coffee to fill a bathtub, and now the year-end bonus had finally arrived. I took a screenshot, intending to send it to my husband, Ethan. I wanted to tell him, look, we can move into a bigger house next year. Before my finger could hit send, another notification appeared. An email from Margaret Walker, my mother-in-law. Subject: a decision regarding your work. I opened it. Claire, Ethan and I have had a serious discussion. You are already 30 to not young anymore. The Walker family needs an heir. Please submit your resignation to your company by this Friday and begin preparing for pregnancy full-time. As a daughter-in-law of the Walker family, your responsibility is the household, not the workplace. I hope you can be sensible. I blinked, then read it again. I recognized every word, but together they sounded like a foreign language. Resign. Prepare for pregnancy? Ethan? I called toward the living room. Yeah? His voice drifted lazily from the couch. Did you see your mom's email? Oh, that. He walked over, phone still in his hand. She means well. You work too hard, your body can't take it. This is a good time to rest and have a baby. Isn't that nice? But I never said I wanted to resign. My voice began to tremble, and I just got my bonus. Next year I might make partner. The London one? Ethan interrupted, sighing. Honey, I already declined it for you. Living in London just isn't realistic for us. Mom's right, stability matters most. I looked at him. My husband, the man I'd been married to for 5 years. You declined it for me? I asked slowly. When? 3 days ago. He said matter-of-factly. I knew you'd hesitate, but it's better to cut it off now. You're a woman, what's the point of climbing that high anyway? Family is where you belong. I turned and walked back into my study, opening my email. Sure enough, buried among unread messages was the invitation from the London headquarters. Dear Claire, we sincerely invite you to serve as a partner at our London office, overseeing Asia-Pacific operations. Sent 3 days ago. At the bottom of the email, a single gray line of text. A polite declination has been received on your behalf from Ethan Walker. We regret this and hope for future collaboration. My fingers went cold. 2:00 a.m. I woke up thirsty and realized the bed beside me was empty. Light seeped from the crack under the study door. I walked over, intending to call Ethan to bed. At the doorway, I heard him speaking softly. I know. I'll handle her. Side. Pause. Don't worry, she's not important anymore. Pause. Soon, baby. Soon we can be open about it. I pushed the door open. Ethan spun around sharply, phone hidden behind his back. The screen was still on. I saw the chat window. The contact name was Lily. Baby, who are you talking to? I asked. A client. He forced a smile. Why are you awake? Lily baby is a client? His smile froze. I reached out. Give me the phone, Claire. Don't. Give it. We stood there, locked in a standoff. Finally, he sighed and handed it over. The chat wasn't long, but every word was like a knife. Lily, has she noticed yet? Ethan, soon. Mom's already pushing her to resign. Lily, when can I move in? Pleading emoji. Ethan, once she's gone, she's not important anymore. Lily, did you ever love me? Or was it just because I obeyed? Ethan, of course I love you. She's too strong. Not like you, gentle, understanding. The latest message was 5 minutes old. Lily, I miss you. Meet tomorrow at our usual spot. I threw the phone back at him. Explain, I said. Claire. Listen, explain, I shouted. He paused for a few seconds, then lifted his head. His expression had changed, no longer panicked, but impatient. Yes. I fell in love with someone else. Lily is my assistant. She's younger than you, gentler, and most importantly, she knows what a woman should and shouldn't do. You don't cook, don't clean, just work, work, work every day. Mom's right, you're not fit to be a Walker daughter-in-law. I leaned against the doorframe to keep from collapsing. So, you planned this? My voice trembled. Make me resign. Push me out, and let her move in? No one's forcing you, Ethan said, cold as ice. As long as you obey, you're still Mrs. Walker. But if you insist on working, defying my mother, I can't protect you. I looked at him, this face I had loved it for 7 years. Now, it looked like a stranger. Get out, I said. What? Get out of my study. You'll sleep in the living room tonight. He smirked, a mocking smile. Claire, this house was bought by my family. The deed has my name on it too, so what? He stepped closer. In this house, you're always an outsider. Mom's word is law. I suggest you decide. Keep being the glamorous Mrs. Walker, or become a woman with nothing. He left. I slowly slid down the wall, hugging my knees. My phone lit up again. A bank statement. Mortgage auto payment successful. Education fund auto payment successful. Family travel fund auto payment successful. All these accounts were under my management. Most of this money I earned myself. Ethan drew a salary from the family business less than a third of mine, yet now, they said, you're not important. They said, it's time for you to step aside. I wiped my tears, opened my laptop, started looking up divorce laws. The next morning, at the breakfast table, Margaret sat in the head seat, my usual spot. Claire, you look awful. Didn't sleep well last night, she said, slowly spreading butter on her toast. Your gynecologist appointment is Friday at 10 a.m. I've had the assistant upgrade your health check to the most expensive package. After all, you need to prepare for pregnancy. Your body must be in top condition. I glanced at Ethan. He lowered his head and sipped his coffee. Pretending not to hear, Mom, I'm not resigning. I stated clearly, and I'm not preparing for pregnancy right now. I want to reconsider the London position. No room for reconsideration. Margaret put down the knife. The metallic clink against the plate was harsh. A proper wife shouldn't outshine her husband. Ethan needs a stable image for the family business. You're an investment banker, always in the spotlight. The circle laughs at us Walkers. Our daughter-in-law earns more than our son. Shameful. Ethan finally looked up. Claire, don't make Mom angry. I stared at him. So you think it's shameful that I earn money? That's not what I meant. Then what do you mean? I stood up. 5 years. Most household expenses paid by me. Your car loan, paid by me. Your mom's European trips, paid by me. Now you complain I earn too much. Margaret sneered. That money means nothing to the Walker family, Ethan. Tell her. Ethan took a deep breath. I've put protective restrictions on your personal accounts. Mom's right, you've been spending recklessly, buying bags, jewelry, even planning to go to London alone. We need to control household finances. I picked up my phone and logged into the bank app. Sure enough, all joint accounts were marked restricted. Transfer limit, 1,000 per day. Protective restriction. I laughed. Ethan, those reckless purchases include the 100,000 watch I bought for your birthday last month, the 300,000 jade jewelry set I bought for your mother last year, the hospital bills I fronted for your father. Enough. Margaret slammed the table. The past is past. Now all you need to do is one thing. Resign, prepare for pregnancy, behave otherwise. She didn't finish, but her eyes said it all. Otherwise, I would leave you with nothing. That evening was a Walker family gathering. I didn't want to go, but Ethan said, last chance, don't make a scene in front of everyone, so I went. As soon as I entered, I saw Margaret linking arms with a young woman, laughing in the center of the living room. The girl was beautiful, waist-length hair, wearing a light pink dress, smiling like the heroine of a drama. Claire, come here. Margaret waved. Let me introduce Lily, Ethan's new assistant, so considerate she even helps me arrange flowers on weekends. Lily extended her hand, nails painted delicate nude pink. Claire, finally meet you. Ethan often talks about how capable you are. She blinked. I've always thought career women are so cool, but they work too hard and often neglect family. Every word was soft, yet every sentence carried a sting. During dinner, Margaret stood by the fireplace. tapped her wine glass. While everyone's here, I have good news, she said with a beaming smile. The Walker Family Trust terms have been updated. From now on, trust profits will only go to Ethan's biological children. Whoever bears a Walker grandchild becomes the future matriarch of the family. Applause erupted. Relatives raised glasses to congratulate. Lily sat beside Ethan, blushing, whispering, "Auntie, why say that?" Ethan patted her hand, eyes gentle. No one looked at me. I felt invisible. Sitting at the end of the long table, during dessert, I overheard nearby whispers. I heard Claire can't get pregnant. Seems so. Married 5 years, no sign of a baby. What's the use of earning so much if she can't even have a child? In my opinion, time to replace her. Look at Lily, she seems fertile. I put down my fork. The cake was sweet, but my mouth tasted bitter. Lily walked over holding 2 glasses of champagne, handing me one. "Claire, don't mind them," she said softly, loud enough for nearby people to hear. Some women value careers too much. In the end, both family and career are empty. The greatest achievement for a woman is to support her husband and raise children. Don't you agree? I took the champagne, looked at her. Then I slowly poured the entire glass at her feet. "Sorry, slipped," I said. Lily screamed and jumped back. Her dress soaked. Silence fell across the room. Margaret rushed over. "Claire, are you crazy?" Ethan followed, instinctively shielding Lily. "Are you okay?" Then he glared at me. "Apologize." I looked at all 3 of them, mother-in-law, husband, assistant, so neat, like a family. And I was the disruptive outsider. The one who should apologize is not me, I said. I grabbed my bag and walked out. Behind me, Margaret shouted. Relatives whispered, but I didn't care, because just then, I had secretly pressed the recording device in my pocket. From the trust only goes to grandchildren to Lily's comment about a woman's greatest achievement, everything was recorded, evidence, all of it. By 3:00 a.m., I was back in my pre-marriage apartment. The next morning, I didn't go to the office. Instead, I went straight to the law firm I had once interned at. I met Mr. Zhang, a senior lawyer, and explained everything. The Walker family had frozen my personal and joint accounts without legal grounds. Margaret pressured me to resign and forced a fertility plan against my will. At the family gathering, there were threats, humiliation, and clear discrimination. I had recorded conversations as evidence. Mr. Zhang listened quietly, occasionally nodding. "Claire, the evidence is strong. Account freezing without consent is illegal. Threats to force pregnancy are harassment. Family trust regulations cannot override legal rights. You can take immediate action." I exhaled, feeling a little hope. "First, we issue a notice to the bank and the Walker family to lift the restriction immediately. Second, we prepare a lawsuit regarding financial abuse and harassment. And third," he hesitated, then added, "we should also consider surveillance and protection." Margaret will not give up easily. That night, I returned to my apartment. There was a subtle knock. I opened the door to see Lily. She didn't smile this time. Her posture was stiff, almost fearful. "Claire, I know what happened at dinner. I didn't mean to. You wanted to hurt me?" I asked. Her face paled. "No, Aunt Margaret. She arranged everything, told me to act innocent, make you feel inferior." I studied her. She wasn't completely innocent, but at least she admitted the truth. "You've seen enough. Now leave." 2 days later, the bank lifted the restriction on my accounts. Money flowed back in every joint account, every credit card, every investment. I transferred half of it to a secure account under Mr. Zhang's supervision. Step 1 complete. Financial freedom regained. Then came the family trust issue. I filed a complaint with the trust company and the family lawyers, because of the recording. Margaret's words about only grandchildren inherit and Lily's comment about a woman's greatest achievement became undeniable evidence. Discrimination based on gender and fertility, coercion and psychological harassment, attempt to restrict legally owned property. By the end of the week, the Walker family lawyers were forced to negotiate. I set strict conditions: no further interference in my finances, public apology at a family meeting, removal of discriminatory clauses in the family trust. Ethan must acknowledge my legal rights. Margaret refused to speak directly, but Lily, finally honest, delivered the message. "Claire, they accept your conditions, but don't expect them to change their attitude." I smiled. That was enough for now. The next morning, I returned to the office, the London position still available. Ethan called me. "Claire, can we talk?" I didn't answer. Instead, I looked out the window, imagining the London skyline. It was time to leave the Walker family behind, legally, financially, and emotionally, and for the first time in 5 years, I felt truly free. Weeks later, my public statement inside the company had spread like wildfire. Colleagues' reactions shifted from pity to admiration. Some female colleagues whispered to me, "Claire, you're incredible. If it were me, I might have already collapsed." Meanwhile, news about the Walker family started circulating. The Walker Family Trust was being audited for tax issues. Companies that had previously partnered with the Walkers began re-evaluating contracts. Ethan's position in the family business remained, but his authority was severely curtailed. The board's message was clear: handle your personal affairs first, don't affect the company. Margaret's social circle turned against her. Rumors about her illegal intrusion, spreading false information about me, and using Lily to force me out circulated rapidly. The high society afternoon teas that she once dominated excluded her. When she called to scold me, I simply replied, "Serves you right." They didn't give up. Instead, they launched a final, desperate counterattack. Step 1. Margaret gave a media interview. In a local newspaper, she cried, "I'm just a mother concerned for her son. My daughter-in-law works too much, neglects the family." I admit I made mistakes. I shouldn't have gone into her apartment. I just wanted to organize her things. I didn't expect her to be so ruthless, trying to imprison her mother-in-law. The article cleverly reframed illegal intrusion as well-meaning mistakes, pressured resignation as concern for health, and Lily as the son's confidant. The last line was poisonous. As a woman, I understand Claire is career-driven, but as a wife and daughter-in-law, isn't she too selfish? A complete family requires love and sacrifice, not cold money and contracts. Social media erupted with comments criticizing me. Step 2. Lily did a live stream, appearing in simple loungewear. Her background, the Walker family kitchen. "Hello everyone, I'm Lily. There's been a lot of concern about me. Ethan and I are innocent. The ultrasound photo was from a friend. I didn't mean for it to cause such a misunderstanding. I hope Claire can come home so we can talk." Viewers. Over 100,000 comments flooded. "Lily is so kind. That Claire is way too aggressive. Clearly she's the homewrecker." Step 3. Ethan came to my apartment building. Standing in the rain for 3 hours, clutching roses, wearing the shirt from our first date, neighbors saw, some posted on social media, devoted husband begging for reconciliation, so touching. He sent me a message, "Claire, I was wrong. Please give me another chance. I'll make Lily leave. Restore all your accounts. Support your London move. Let's start over." I looked at him from the window, soaked, pitiful. If it were before, I might have felt sympathy. Now, I only felt amusement. I went downstairs. He brightened. "Claire, finished acting?" I asked. He froze, playing the victim. "Manipulating public opinion, emotional blackmail." I counted. "You've used all 3 tactics. What's next? Suicide threats? Hiring the mob?" His expression turned from hopeful to terrified. "You've changed," he said. "Yes." I nodded, "because you forced me to." I turned and went upstairs. No looking back. 3 days later, I held a press conference. Location: a 5-star hotel ballroom downtown, over 30 media outlets, cameras and flashes everywhere. I walked to the stage, black business suit, hair in a neat ponytail, minimal makeup, just lipstick. I wanted them to see. I am Claire, clear-headed, calm, rational. "Thank you for coming." I began steadily. "Today, I will do one thing. Respond to lies with truth." I projected images, my year-end bonus deposit, 980,000, result of a year of hard work. On the same day, I received an email from my mother-in-law telling me to resign and start fertility planning. London partner invitation and Ethan's email refusing it on my behalf. My husband refused a career opportunity without my consent. Chat screenshots with Ethan and Lily. "She's no longer important." Highlighted in red. Apartment surveillance screenshots. Margaret directing movers to enter illegally. Law enforcement recording screenshots. Margaret instructing to keep items safe while threatening damage if I didn't apologize. Lily's medical report. Not pregnant. Ultrasound comparison showing the photo she posted was downloaded from the internet. Ethan's threatening recordings. "I'll ruin your life in this city." Marked in red. My personal property list. Premarital property. Personal accounts. Investments over 3 million. All mine. Walker Family Trust under tax investigation. They tried to use this loophole to control my life. I turned off the projector and looked at the journalists. All this evidence has been submitted to the court. I am making it public because someone tried to replace legal judgment with public opinion. Lies with truth. I choose transparency to cleanse this farce. The reporters snapped photos and typed furiously. A hand raised. Ms. Claire, have you considered forgiveness? After all, it's family. Family does not break into your home illegally. I said. Family does not freeze your accounts. Family does not spread rumors about your mental health. Family does not use fake pregnancies to force divorce. They are not family. They are perpetrators. And your future plans? Divorce. Reclaim everything. Continue my career. I will also establish a legal aid fund to support women facing economic control and abuse in marriage, because I know how many are living my nightmare. Applause filled the room. The press coverage went viral. Public opinion reversed completely. Comments praised me. Claire is amazing. A textbook counterattack. True independent woman. Walker family must be humiliated. Court rulings followed. Margaret guilty of illegal intrusion, 6 months community service, 50,000 fine, all my personal items returned within 10 days. Damages compensated, divorce fast-tracked. Due to Ethan's major wrongdoing, property settlement heavily favored me. 3 days later, my items arrived. Boxes filled the living room, mother's photo albums there, photo with father there, trophies there, work journals there. Jewelry box missing. An hour later, police found it in Lily's rental, half the jewelry gone. Margaret faced additional theft charges. Ethan's family business position suspended pending investigation. Lily was evicted from the Walker residence after less than a month. Finally, the London partner appointment letter arrived. Dear Ms. Claire, we are honored to offer you the position of partner at our London office, responsible for Asia-Pacific strategic investments, annual salary. 1.5 million base plus performance bonus. I signed it, then visited the law firm. Mr. Zhang handed over the final documents. All property settlements complete, premarital property and personal investments returned, 2 million in emotional damages awarded, Ethan's personal accounts partially frozen to cover compensation, Walker Family Trust frozen and reorganized. New beneficiary, Ethan's cousin, supportive of my actions. Margaret served her community sentence socially. She was ostracized. I received my mother's jewelry box back, complete. On top, a photo of my mother smiling. Beautiful as ever, Mom. I won, I whispered. 1 month later, I sold the apartment not for bad memories, but for space for my new life. New penthouse downtown, 300 square meters, panoramic windows, moved in with a small party. Real friends only, college roommates, work partners, Mr. Zhang, female friends who supported me during the divorce, no men. I didn't need a man to validate my worth. A bouquet of white tulips arrived from Alex, a professional contact. Congratulations on your new home. Would love to discuss Asia-Pacific investment opportunities. Alex, no flirtation, no dear, just respect. I smiled, placed the flowers in the vase, and continued celebrating. Late that night, Ethan called. Claire, I want to apologize. I've lost everything. Lily is gone. Mom won't interfere. My company position gone. Trust inheritance lost. Can you forgive me, even just as a friend? I looked out the window. Ethan, I don't hate you, but I will never forgive you. Not for cheating, not for lying, not for betrayal, but because you tried to force me, using a system of mother, husband, and mistress, to tell me women must obey, sacrifice, and be replaced. I broke that system. There is no forgiveness, no hatred. You are my past. My future is mine alone. I hung up, blocked his number, poured a glass of red wine and sat by the window. Tomorrow, London, new office, new team, new challenges. I am no longer the woman who gave everything for an I love you. I am Claire, partner, investor, survivor. The future holds endless possibilities. Outside, the city lights sparkle like stars, and my new life is just beginning.